Good morning and a very warm welcome to you all. My name's Lisa and I'm part of the university's graduation team, and it's my great pleasure to thank you all for joining us today in celebrating the hard work and momentous achievements of our graduates in what has been a uniquely challenging and historic year. Before we get formal proceedings underway, let me take a few moments of your time to explain what you can expect from today. Our focus is an interactive and welcoming event with our graduates and academics joining live on screen and our guests watching via YouTube. Not everyone who wanted to join us today could do so due to other commitments, so they've been able to send in recorded messages which we will be sharing with you a little later on in the proceedings. Also, this event will remain on YouTube, so you can share today's celebrations with others to watch later. So let's turn to our graduates who've joined early and they're busy chatting to each other and with our academics. We may be able to see some of them. As we navigate through the different rooms, we should be able to see you all. Come on, guests, keep an eye out for your loved ones. Who knows, they may even be giving you a wave. So we'll shortly get underway with the welcomes and addresses from the Vice-Chancellor and the Dean of the faculty. Following this will be the commencement of our student presentations and time to recognise our stars of today. So please show your heartfelt support by clapping and encouraging one another. This will be followed by a vote of thanks from the Students' Union before the University Chancellor closes the ceremony. Please do stay with us for a few moments to enjoy the celebratory messages and videos. Well, I think you've probably heard enough from me, so let's turn our attention to our graduates who I'm sure are eagerly awaiting to be presented with their award. Many congratulations to you all and enjoy your special moment. I'll now hand over to our production team who'll get things underway.
Since 1862, we've engaged the brightest minds to push boundaries, advance knowledge, and transform lives. Our impact, recognised many times over, was marked again this year with the award of our third Queen's Anniversary Prize for Higher and Further Education. From marine science and engineering to medicine and health technologies, sustainable development to psychology, heritage to artificial intelligence and cybersecurity, our leading academics drive innovation and encourage our students to confront today's most demanding issues. Our work utilises the unique laboratory of the Southwest's natural environments, and together with our state-of-the-art facilities, we support our coastal and rural communities. We've responded to 2020's challenging landscape with practical and essential interventions, from developing new vaccines to creating sustainable PPE. Going forward, we will support the social and economic recovery in our region and beyond. We know the road ahead will demand extraordinary innovation, but creating the extraordinary is what we do. We have a long and proud history, and together we are forging an even greater future. We are the University of Plymouth.
Hello, I'm Professor Judith Petts, Vice-Chancellor of the University of Plymouth. May I give you a very warm welcome and offer my sincere congratulations for the achievements we celebrate today. It's a very special day. It marks the award of the qualifications you work so hard for and to celebrate and remember your time with us. We are so proud of your achievements, you, our graduates, and those that have supported you throughout your time here. On behalf of the university, I thank you all. During your time here, you have been part of a community, made new friends, developed new interests. I hope that these friendships and experiences will be proved to be as important and enduring as your academic qualification. You can now join our family of alumni, a growing global body of more than 160,000 graduates. We hope you will be proud of your university as we are of you. I want to reflect on what makes our university the renowned and successful institution that it is. The university has a long-standing reputation for conducting world-leading, impactful research across a broad range of fields. One of the aspects of life here at the university is that we ensure that the impact of our research is lived in the experience of our students. Learning in a research-informed environment means you are being taught by individuals who are pushing forward the boundaries of knowledge, and that you are developing a whole range of additional skills that are so highly sought after in the workplace. In the same academic year as you completed your degree, our world-leading research from microplastics was recognised with the highest honour in education, making us a 3 times winner of the Queen's Anniversary Prize for Higher and Further Education. This is in recognition of 2 decades of groundbreaking research into microplastics, marine litter and policy impact. Our biomedical research is making major breakthroughs in fields such as virology and antibacterial resistance. We are leading the development of potentially the first new antibiotic in 30 years and the first vaccines for the animal population against COVID-19. Our researchers in health are also conducting vital, life-changing research into neurodegenerative diseases and brain tumours. Our marine engineering researchers are leading a £9 million hub focused on the development of offshore renewables. We have scientists developing fruit and vegetable picking robots and designing new sustainable soils. There are experts modelling the impact of climate change on our coastal environments and on our marine structures, such as lighthouses. These are just a handful of examples from a huge range of research carried out here in your university, much of which has a global impact and transforms many lives. Our independent socioeconomic report shows that the university gives rise to over 8,700 jobs nationally, that its staff deliver over 250,000 hours of public service activity, and that our students contribute more than 24,000 hours of volunteering annually. This last point you should be proud of, as such excellent ambassadors and great self-starters in making a difference. And of course supported by our nationally highly rated Students' Union, which is one of the largest number of clubs and societies. In all, these are quite staggering figures that demonstrate the contribution we collectively make to our communities. Looking to the future, we have embarked on an ambitious programme that will see further significant investment in our estate, particularly in health and engineering, teaching and research facilities. This will not just have a transformational impact on the campus, but the city more widely. This builds on our continued investment in our first-class facilities, and already includes our new Brain Research Imaging Centre, which houses the most advanced MRI scanner in the region. We also launched last year our new Sustainability Hub as part of our award-winning and internationally recognised work in sustainability and protecting the environment. This houses our Sustainable Earth Institute, which is driving partnerships with industry and government, acting as a catalyst for university research expertise to engage with a range of challenges, from the low-carbon agenda to water quality and food security in developing countries. This is a really important agenda for the university, following our declaration of a climate emergency, aiming to have net zero Scope 1 and 2 emissions by 2025, 5 years ahead of our original plans. Allow me to briefly touch upon why I think universities are fundamentally important to societies. A university contributes significantly to a greater good, as well as, of course, to enriching the lives of each and every student it nurtures. Of course, universities, like many other sectors, face challenge and change. At the current time, we are facing some of the most significant changes to the sector, with the impact that COVID has had on all of our lives. That very reason, regrettably, is why we are unable to celebrate in person today on this very special occasion. This global pandemic has forced us to suspend face-to-face teaching, for the first time in the 158-year history of the institution, and indeed, of course, the last few months of your own degrees. But the change and uncertainties, while challenging, do not alter the core of what we do. Across the university, through research, teaching and civic engagement and enterprise, our people have responded magnificently to this rapidly changing and uncertain environment, whether initiating the development of coronavirus vaccines, delivering online education and assessment, or manufacturing components for life-saving PPE. Our staff and students have embodied the ethos of the civic university. Universities have an essential role as the beating hearts and consciousness of modern society in terms of wisdom and knowledge. And this is something we take seriously here at Plymouth. There are certain attributes that define our university. Our commitment to world-leading international research and teaching, our global outlook, and our belief that as part of our community, our students should be partners with us in the journey of discovery. Quality is absolutely key to everything that we do. From our origins as a school of navigation in the 1860s to our position of one of the UK's most successful modern universities. We create the leaders of tomorrow exactly because research-led teaching encourages critical thinking, robust questioning, instills the responsibility to think ethically, and respects the power of diversity and the freedom to articulate different views. Universities do and must continue to generate new inventions, technologies and knowledge, as well as the people capable of understanding how to use these wisely to the benefits of societies and our environment. This graduation ceremony signals the start of a whole new chapter in your lives. Whatever path you choose, use the skills and abilities you have developed for the benefit of others. Be catalysts, sparks of positive change in whatever community you choose to live and work. Please do always remember that this is your university. So do let us know what you're up to, how we can help you, or indeed what you can do to help the university and future cohorts of students. So as your very proud Vice-Chancellor, it is my great pleasure to declare open this ceremony for the conferment of awards. I would now like to invite Professor Shubhi Banerjee, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health, to address the congregation.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. Distinguished guests, relatives and supporters, and graduates of 2020, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the University of Plymouth's graduation ceremony. As the Vice-Chancellor said, I'm Professor Shubhi Banerjee, and we are here to celebrate your success, the success of you, our students, soon to be our graduates. As Dean of the Faculty of Health, I have been totally inspired by your hard work and your achievements throughout your time with us. It's been a heck of a year, and you have done brilliantly. Your final year has been a year like none other. There are no students that have ever had a year at university like you have, a final year. And you have reached a conclusion to be proud of, which I'm delighted to be celebrating with you here today, even if it is virtually rather than in real life. You've all helped in the last year. You've all helped, whether it's by things that you have done or things that you haven't done. As well as completing your studies, many of you have joined and helped in the NHS and the social care workforce, helping to fight a once-in-a-lifetime, we hope, pandemic. On behalf of myself, the faculty and the university, thank you. Thank you all for all that you have done. Allow me to give you a brief glimpse into some of the other work that makes our faculty so special. 4 of our academics have been awarded this year National Teaching Fellowships, recognising the outstanding impact on student outcomes and on the teaching profession that they've had. Our teaching has also been praised in the National Student Survey, with many of our programmes right at the top of the levels for their subjects. And thank you to you, the students, but also thanks to the staff for that. And in research, our work is addressing some of the most pressing issues in society today. As the Vice-Chancellor mentioned, scientists have made significant steps in the advancement and the development of vaccines that can be used to tackle COVID-19 in animals, with the first 2 vaccines having proved successful in early laboratory testing. And when they're ready, they could help eliminate the virus from both existing and future animal sources, so preventing future pandemics such as this. You've also heard that we're leading the development of one of the very few new classes of antibiotics developed in the last 30 years. This is vital, given that antimicrobial resistance is predicted to take up to 10 million lives across the world by 2050 if no action is taken. Our work to help people with dementia and their carers continues to have an impact on people across the country, with the Prime Minister recently endorsing our dementia care guidance, which has been rolled out across town and parish councils across the country. There are over 850,000 people with dementia in the UK, and here in the southwest we have a particularly high proportion of older people and therefore of people with dementia. The work we are doing is enabling people with dementia to live well with dementia. It's a cause that remains very close to our hearts. At Plymouth, we care. Those are the instincts and the qualities that have underpinned your education over the last years in the Faculty of Health. And members of our community dentistry team have been recognised for efforts in helping vulnerable patients experiencing homelessness. Working as part of our dental social enterprise, the team delivered a free clinic to help improve patients' oral health and won the Regional Health Equalities category of the NHS Parliamentary Awards this year. They're looking forward to the national programme next year. Our nursing students regularly feature across mainstream, specialist and social media, sharing their experiences, bringing the student voice to the fore, shaping the future of the profession. And back to biomedical sciences, some research recently published in the high-impact journal Nature for the first time revealed a new treatment for the devastating neurodegenerative disease, Huntington's disease. It's an inherited disease which causes a progressive breakdown of nerve cells in the brain. And the research that we've carried out is a beacon of hope for families worldwide affected by the condition. And in psychology, we continue to address some of the most wide-ranging and impactful sets of research projects in the country, helping to understand topics as wide as how babies learn language, the mechanisms between adults' decision-making, and how to combat cravings and addictions. Our state-of-the-art facilities are helping advance this work, and we're really looking forward to the opening of our Brain Research and Imaging Centre. Finally, one of our paramedic students originated the Yellow Hearts campaign, encouraging people to display a yellow heart in their window to signify losing someone to COVID-19. She came up with that initiative after losing her own grandmother to the disease, and the idea's been adopted in communities across the United Kingdom. Now, as we celebrate your achievements, I think we should thank those who have helped us along the way. Our teaching staff have guided you during your academic career. Your family and friends will have encouraged you, offering emotional, practical, and often financial support as well to enable you to succeed here. And on your behalf, I would like to pay tribute to them and recognise all these people and say a very public thank you to them all. This graduation ceremony signals the end of one chapter in your lives and the start of a set of exciting new ones. Our support for you will continue as you move forward in your life and your career. You've got access to our careers and our employability service after graduation, and our alumni network helps you stay in touch with fellow students, both in the UK and all around the world. You also have the opportunity to share your career insights with your successors as part of our mentoring scheme. To hear about those and other benefits, please join the alumni community on our website. Give us your contact details and we'll keep in touch and support you. Studying for your qualifications involved qualities that will stand you in good stead for your chosen career, or indeed your careers, and through your life in terms of life skills. Please have the courage to follow your heart as well as your head, and to trust your intuition, and importantly, enjoy what you do. Yours is a bright and an important future, and we wish you all the best, all the very best in all that you do. You've already made such an impact on people who have taught you and those that you have worked with. The world will grow and evolve in the next decades, and you will help to shape how the world grows and evolves. Your achievements, your understanding will be based upon the fantastic work that you have done here at Plymouth. So be proud of your achievements today and move forward with confidence. Thank you. We will now commence the conferment of awards.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Peter Jones, and it is my very great honour to commence the conferment of Student Awards. Names will be read alphabetically within each programme of study, and as we do this, we should be able to see our graduates appearing on our screens. Now, while this is a virtual graduation ceremony, it is still a graduation ceremony like any other, and so I would encourage you to applaud all of our graduates as they receive their awards. And please can I ask our graduates themselves to ensure that their webcams are turned on and their microphones are turned on so that you can see and hear each other while we do this. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following students from the School of Psychology. Bachelor of Science, Emily Ambler. Jasmine Ari. Katie Birkenhead. Molly Boskill. Chloe Brockies. Ben Carmen. Also awarded the prize for the Best Stage 4 project in Developmental Psychology, Flora Christodoulou. Also awarded the prize for the Best Stage 4 project in Developmental Psychology, Adele Conn. Abigail Coop. Gemma DeAndrea. Jenna Datson. Chantel Deerin. Lucy Drennan.
Yeah.
Helen Drucker. Lily Fowell. Hannah Fleming. Brenda Jeter. Molly Gregory Clark. Emily Gwatkin. Tia Harper.
Yay.
Emily Hayward. Grace Hegarty. Jackie Andrade is also in the room with our graduates. And I can see Phil G in there as well. And Jeremy Goslin. All right. Congratulations once again to the students in our first room. Give everybody a round of applause. And we'll move on to our next group of graduates. So we'll continue now with the second room. Chelsea Hill. Laura Hitchin. Emma Howes. Rebecca G.
Yay!
Caitlin Joy.
Yay. This is our room.
Kate Kilbington. Emma King.
Yay!
Jessica King.
Yay.
Katie Knight.
Yay.
Amelia Langdon.
Yay.
Sophie Lee. Chelsea Lewis.
Well done, Chelsea.
David Morris.
Yay.
Isabel Newey.
Yay.
Neve O'Leary. Desley Ulai. Cassie Parker.
Yay.
Andra Patrascanu. Hannah Prade. Shanice Raymond.
When was it?
Hayley Rowe.
Yay.
And Helen Shattuck.
Yay.
Yay. Well done, Helen.
And we've got 3 members of staff in that room. I can see our head of school, Tim Hollins, Professor John May, and Dr. Helen Lloyd. So if we can applaud everybody in this room once again.
Well done, everybody.
Well done, guys.
Kira Stevens. Rebecca Thorne. Emma Tucker. Emma Vaughan. Hannah Wright. Bachelor of Science, Psychology with Criminology and Criminal Justice Studies, Kelsey Aston. Eve Baglardi. Melissa Becks. Lauren May Brown. Laura Proven. Anastasia Robert. Karina Sequeira da Silva. Bachelor of Science, Psychology with Human Biology, Holly Schofield.
Yeah. I like something.
Bachelor of Science, Psychological Studies, Hayley Breen. Stella Brooke. Sophia Costanza MacDonald. Poppy Hughes. Master of Psychology, Advanced Psychology, William Buchan. Master of Psychology, Clinical Psychology, Hannah Godfrey. Jessica Lowry. Sarah Millerchamp.
Divine timing.
Rihanna Robinson. And hopefully we should have 3 staff members in that room. Chris Mitchell, Ed Symes and Claire Walsh. So one last round of applause for the students in this group. And we'll now continue with the next group of students. Hopefully we'll be able to see them in a few moments. We're approximately halfway through the conferment of awards. Many congratulations again to all of our graduates today. And here come our next group. Master of Science, Advanced Psychology, Chloe Donald. Jared Feller. Maria Presley. Postgraduate Certificate, Clinical Psychology, Mei Leung. Master of Science, Clinical Psychology, Jessica Bould. Gonka Gulson. Chelsea John Cronk. Elada Ozdemir. Chelsea Ross. Thomas Wakeham. Elena Wambaka Muller Roca Juanario. Master of Science Psychology, Lucy Clements. Molly Cruz. Lydia Dorey. Jenny Heath. Laura Kingdon. And Anna Langay. And they should be joined in that room by Alison Norman and Christopher Berry. So if we can applaud the students in this room one more time. And we will now continue with our final group of students. Shona McCombie. Deepti Pai. Lucy Perry. Miranda Price. Lena Riatagi Rios. Gemma Timperley. Katie Tipton. Eugenie Walker. Master of Science, Psychological Research Methods, Elisa Woffenden. Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Hannah Barnes. Catherine Cox. Claire Dale. Fern Griffiths. Megan McCrory. Carly Morris. Heidi Muir. Master of Philosophy, having undertaken a programme of research in cognitive psychology and psycholinguistics, Jacqueline Turner. Doctor of Philosophy, having undertaken a programme of research in developmental psychology, Al-Shaima Gaba Salah Abdel Wahab. Doctor of Philosophy, having undertaken a programme of research in associative learning, Stuart Spicer. Doctor of Philosophy, having undertaken a programme of research in cognitive psychology, Eleanor Ward. And we should have two members of staff in there in that final room with our graduates, Alison Bacon and Matt Rosen. So if we can applaud this group one last time. That concludes the conferment of student awards. However, some graduates who are unable to join us today, as well as some who are present, have sent in celebratory messages and film clips, and those will be played at the conclusion of today's ceremony, following the formal closing by the Students' Union, by the Chancellor, I should say. Very shortly, the Students' Union will deliver the vote of thanks. But before we do this, I want to offer my warmest congratulations to all our graduates today, and hopefully we can see our graduates one more time. And if we can, then I hope that you'll join me again in applauding yours and everybody else's achievements. There we go.
Well done, everybody.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. And I will now introduce Amelia Dowes, student representative, to propose the vote of thanks.
Family, friends, honoured guests, teaching and support staff and graduates, it gives me great honour on behalf of the graduating class of 2020 to be with you over Zoom today and to deliver the vote of thanks, a recognition of dedication and determination from our time at the University of Plymouth. The end of our university journey was not what any of us had expected or had hoped for, but we're here, we made it, and we have come together today to celebrate not just the end of this journey, but all the little moments in between. And what a journey it has been, individual to each and every one of us. And although today we're celebrating it coming to an end, we are also celebrating the start of the rest of our lives. What we leave behind and what we take with us is something to be proud to be a part of. The memories we have made, the skills we have learned, the friends we have found, the places we have seen, and the people we have become. When I think back to starting university, I remember how nervous I was that I wouldn't be suited to the university life. But in that time, I have grown to learn that the university experience is not just nights out and big socials, although I know it was for some. For others, like me, it was representing our course mates, fundraising for charity, or becoming a part of the team. The university experience was about pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone and trying new things. It may not feel like it, but you are, indeed, the chosen class for such a time. The class of 2020, a year like no other. You're a united class. Never has a graduating class been called to step into the future with more vision, passion, energy, and hope. And without a doubt, it is the people here celebrating with us today which have played such an important part in helping us along the way. So thank you to our friends who became our family and made the university feel like a second home, who dragged us in or out of the library when needed and organised Zoom quizzes to keep us in touch when we were apart. Thank you to our families who have just been at the end of the phone when things weren't going to plan, or who have sent us money when we were running a bit short. We are also so grateful for you for taking us back in within very short notice. And thank you to the members of staff who have inspired us, challenged us, and supported us. For many, you were the reasons we persevered during difficult times. Your support and encouragement has meant we've gone into the world feeling like semi-functioning adults at least. So on behalf of the University of Plymouth Students' Union, we would like to congratulate all graduates and thank individuals for their contributions. Thank you to those of you who have made the Students' Union your home, whether it was endless coffees during exams and deadlines or a celebration after hand-in. Thank you for sharing your moments with the SU. Our university life gave us a chance to participate in new things, find friends for life, and grow as individuals. Many of us did not get to experience our last sports fixture, our last society social, or our last organised fundraiser, but do not let this overshadow the incredible experiences you have gained and which have made you who you are today. Thank you to those who represented the student body as a course rep, school rep, or part-time officer. And of course, thank you to those who signed petitions, led on campaigns, and fought for positive change in our community. Yes, we have experienced a lot of change over the past year, but our student community has taken it in their stride. From the coming together of our communities through the Black Lives Matter movement, through to the petitions for the academic safety net, we know how to be activists and we know how to use our voices. So be proud of what you have achieved and where you are now. As we come to the end, take a moment to reflect on your experiences and look back on how far you have come. We've had the unique opportunity to sit beside people with different opinions and different languages, but all with the same and great ambition to achieve something great. And as you continue to aspire for more greatness in this changing world, I encourage you to be as brave as you were on your first day of university and as resilient as those times that you thought you couldn't do it, and remind yourself of just how much you have achieved. Finally, we want to recognise those of you who have already got into the workplace, our healthcare students who have worked on the front lines during their final placements and continue to now, and our teachers who continue to inspire our learners in a way which has never been done before. And for those of you who have trained in careers which have not been possible this past year, but will bring us all together when this is all over. I want to leave you with a quote from Nelson Mandela, which says, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." So on behalf of the UPSU and the Sabbatical Officer team, we wish you all the very best. Enjoy your day, class of 2020. Before I hand over to our Chancellor, Lord Kestenbaum, to close the ceremony, we would like to play a short video with some very special thank yous to all of you. Thank you.
Class of 2020, thank you. Thank you for being a part of our student community and for helping to build our student family. We know our time together has been shorter than expected and finished in a very different way than many of us wanted. But this is still a day to be proud of your achievements and celebrate your journey. You are the union. You make us who we are. So, thank you to the role models, the campaigners, the fighters, the volunteers, the all-nighters, the unsung heroes, the partiers, the extroverts and the introverts. Whether you felt at home on the pitch, on the stage, in the library, having coffee with friends, or in the middle of the dance floor, thank you for being you and making our student family what it is. You've learned new things and you've taught others too. You've laughed and you've cried. You've made a difference and you've dared to be different. You've stood up for what's right, bucked the trend, won, lost, tried, failed, but above all, always kept going. You've made it, and we couldn't be prouder of how far you've come. Whatever your future holds, we hope that you feel like your time being a part of the Plymouth student community has been worth it. We know we've loved having you.
It's an absolute honour for me as Chancellor of Plymouth University to offer sincere congratulations to all watching today, wherever you are. A day of such historic achievement for all of our graduates. You know, your graduation is an achievement that however long and however varied your life is, it will be this moment that will be seen as your springboard. And what a time we're living in. A time of sacrifice, a time of anxiety, tragically a time of loss, and also a time where, as Abraham Lincoln said in his inaugural address, the better angels of our nature can be seen in so many places. And none more so than amongst you, all of you, at Plymouth University. Throughout this crisis, your compassion, your mutual support, your care for each other has shone through. And I want to pay tribute to everyone who has been part of that mutual support and shared compassion. So, as we're drawing this ceremony, the proceedings to a close, I think final words go to every single graduate, and I speak to you personally with this message. You know, there are some moments in life, there are some moments across a lifetime where it's so obvious that one chapter for the world is closing and another one is opening, and we're at that point. And equally obvious that one chapter for individuals close and another one opens, and this is such a moment for you. And as those doors open, you will stride through them knowing that you do so with the two things that matter most: your ability to follow your dreams and to pursue your passions. So yes, graduates, you have to dream. You have to have vision. You have to have ambition. But above all, you've got to be more determined than most. You must be relentless, and you must never, ever give up. And in that way, you'll discover new worlds. You know, you leave a wonderful institution with a global reputation, world-class academics, outstanding researchers, a real sense of family, as you've heard. You leave a wonderful city, a city that's worked hand in hand with the university. And at the heart of it all are the ties that bind us now for a lifetime. So do join our Plymouth graduates, over 150,000 strong, and stay in touch as you begin this great journey. So now you go into the world and you will grab the opportunities. Don't be passive. Don't wait. You know, you don't learn to swim by doing exercises on the side of the pool. So jump in and use both of those talents, the talent to dream and the talent to implement your dream. Have vision and work your socks off. Never give up. And in that way, this graduation genuinely is the beginning of the rest of your lives. So with that, I formally close this ceremony, and I wish you the very, very best of luck. Thank you.
Plymouth for all the memories. I've made friends for life. Can't quite believe that it's finished, but Plymouth will always have my heart. Just to say a massive thank you to all my family and friends for all their support, and to my lecturers, tutor and supervisor for all their help in making my time at Plymouth truly unforgettable.